Hey everybody, it's Harold with Nurse Angie Reviews and Adventures. I wanted to speak today and address some of the comments and things that have been going on in the comments mainly. One of them is the speed in which we do these things. So if you go back at the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos and you start to count, you're quickly going to realize that I'm going to do the math, but we may be close on or around 500,000, literally, pictures of videos. So when we're doing these things, understand we have to balance time with speed, or else we're going to lose our jobs and we're just going to live in a cemetery making videos all day because we spent 1 minute on each one, where we literally only have seconds to film that and move on to the next one. So a lot of people yell, go faster! Well, we kind of can't because we're up against the clock. We would not be able to get these sections done in a timely manner and still hold jobs and take care of our house and our animals. You get what I'm saying. So we are extending how much and how long we look at a given stone. That's been a complaint, like the U.S. Air Force video. What you guys didn't know is I've had 7 back surgeries, so moving slow was very painful for me. So for all the people griping, you move too damn fast, well, I kind of had to. I'm in much better shape now, so that next video is coming, so y'all quit crying about that one. Respectfully. The other one was a mention by Janet, and Janet, I'm not slamming you, okay, I want you to know, but you brought up a serious point. Privacy concerns. So when it comes to privacy, here's a couple things you have to understand. There is a legal aspect to privacy. So the complaint is that we're videoing these stones that shows the date of a person that has not yet deceased, like Harold H., born in 1973, not dead yet. There's a privacy concern. Let me put it to you the best way that I can. If you have privacy concerns about your death, get cremated. Do not put any periodical online. Don't get a tombstone. Okay? Because 99% of the time you're going to be buried in a public cemetery that the public can go into. In a public place, there is no expectation of privacy. Just like your front yard. The public can take pictures of your house all they want if they're on the public street doing it. Or if they're doing it from a place that people normally and typically could see from in a public place. That being said, cemetery, public cemetery, people swarm in there and they visit. There is absolutely no expectation of privacy on those stones. I'm sorry. The law, that's the way that works. So one of the complaints was like, well, we shouldn't be doing that. Identity thieves can steal this information. Here's the problem with the logic. If this was true, we need to shut down cemeteries altogether and allow no one in there. Because who's to stop these hackers from just driving in the cemetery, not watching our videos? Let's just forget about the videos. So instead of that, they can drive into the cemetery and go, oh look, John Doe on this date, and write that down and try to use that information somehow. I'm not sure how you're going to get, social security numbers and other pertinence like maiden names, but right. So if that logic was to hold true, we would need to shut down any and all traffic except immediately vetted family members to those gravesites, right? Because if they could steal information from my videos, our videos, what's stopping them from not watching the damn videos and just going to the cemetery and doing it anyway? Okay, let's talk about Ancestry.com. Let's talk about RootsGen. Oh gosh, Find a Grave, Billion Graves, all these genealogical websites that deal with tombstones. Find a Grave, if you want to pick on somebody, go pick on them. They have hundreds of millions of images of tombstones, public information. They do it because there's a need. They do it because there's a want. There's a desire for people to get this information and use it for genealogical research, family research, historical research. That's another big one. Let's just cut off all access to the Wright brothers' grave right up the street from you because it's a privacy concern. Look, we're not going to do anything that's going to compromise or put anybody in any kind of danger or anything like that. That's not what we're about. I've been a public servant myself for a while, and I can tell you that's a no-no. I would never do that. So understand that if the logic was to hold true, we need to shut down the cemeteries and throw a wall around them. And from here on out, it's just like the first initial of their name and the date they died and not the day they were born, and that's all we could put on them. And I hope to God, I seriously do hope we never get that way. How else can I put that? So we're going to continue what we're doing. And we're not doing anything wrong, for one. People should be more concerned with what's in their trash, okay? You might want to worry about that if your trash bag just ends up on the side of the road with all your credit card bills, all this other crap. You should be more concerned about the fingerprints that you're leaving behind on touchscreens where people can go back and look at those numbers. You should be more concerned about things like that. Look, people are bad. They suck. I get that. Believe me, I know. But what we're doing, it's pretty damn harmful. Let's be honest here. So on that note, no, we're not going to change what we're doing. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I see no reason to. We're not invading. Look at it this way. Every cemetery we go to has allowed us, pretty much, to do what we're doing. There was one that gave us grief, and that was a cemetery in Kettering, Ohio. But what they failed to understand, the management, was people had been doing to this since cameras were invented in the first place. Go find this cemetery on RootsWeb, genealogical websites, Ancestry.com, Find a Grave, Billion Graves. It's all there. It all references their cemetery, and they allow it to happen. Why? It's public information. That's why. It's a public cemetery. Just as much as anybody can go in there and do it and look at any stone, they can sure as hell photograph it. Now, if any cemetery said, no, we don't want you doing that, we won't. We'll respect that. Okay, I might throw the privacy clause at them and say, well, really? Well, why? It'd be other, But we'll respect it. If they don't want us in there, we'll respect it. And that's kind of the bottom line. Like I said, out of, I don't know how many cemeteries, hundreds? I don't know. Over 250,000 stones, I can tell you that. And only one has had a problem with it. So, on that note, I hope you do enjoy the videos. Drop down in the comments below what changes you think we can make to make the channel better. We want to see 1,000 members. It's not easy for her to get. On my other channel, yeah, I've got like 800 members, but this is a harder channel to grow because it's so very niche. But there's 144 of you on here, and we appreciate every one of you. Believe me, we have a small little army that stands behind these videos. So if the 0.5% are angry, we're sorry. We'll try to do better. That's all we can do. So on that note, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. See you on the next one, guys.